6:56 on your Tuesday morning. Around town today, Cameron Fontana is going back in time.
So cool. He is live at the Ohio Village this morning where they are ushering in a new era, Cam.
Ooh, that's right, guys. We are very excited because, listen, it's a pretty big deal. The Civil War is over. Here at Ohio Village, it's no longer the 1860s. What a pain that was. We're moving forward to the 1890s starting this weekend. So over on Fox 28, we're going to give you a preview of what's happening this weekend for your family with the activities, the fashion, and how you can step back in time. Are you ready?
Yes, we are. We were saying we were, but you couldn't
ready.
hear us.
Yes.
So he's very, very dapper looking right there. Yeah.
According to Cam.
Nice.
The Civil War was a pain.
And around town this Tuesday morning, taking a step back to the 1890s right here in Columbus.
So cool. Cameron Fontana. He is live at Ohio Village this morning. And Cam, you are just so dressed the part. Oh, and are the flowers for me?
Okay. Okay, so we're back from the dead, guys. So we're in the 1890s now here at Ohio Village. We're entering a new era.
We are.
Civil War's over.
It's over.
It's gone
It's
done.
done.
Thank goodness.
Thank God.
So we're talking about what's new in the funeral scene.
Oh,
so
what's new in the funeral scene? Well, they're very fancy now. As you notice, you've got flowers here. They were very austere in the 1860s.
Now, for people that don't know, like me, what does austere mean?
Austere, very simple, very solemn.
Got it.
You know, funerals were still solemn in the 1890s, but we have things like grave decorations come about in the 1890s. Mourning etiquette was a really big thing. When someone died, you were really sad.
Now, I remember in the 1860s, the price has gone up to hire a mourner, right?
Yeah, they would have professional mourners that you could hire at your funeral.
What?
So people thought you were really, you know.
And it used to be like a penny about 30 years ago.
It used to be a penny, and now it's a dime in the 1890s. Can you believe it?
Wow.
It's crazy.
And then they were also popular taking pictures, correct?
Death portraits were very popular in the 1890s. So you would get your photo taken after you died, and your family would hold on to that photo. Photography was very big in the 1890s.
Now, this is exciting because we mentioned before, we're entering a new era here at Ohio Village.
We are.
And this weekend is the first time families can experience that?
Absolutely. Saturday is our big blowout event. Ohio Village is in the 1890s, as you mentioned, which was a time of great social change. Technology was coming into full force.
And we're getting a preview of that this morning.
We will, yes, we will. We're getting a total preview, so we're really excited about it.
Great. Well, we're going to toss it back to you. And I think my death portrait, I'd have him like cross my eye, and then how would I look like this in the coffin?
That's really
good.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a happy thought on this Tuesday, Cam.
Cam?
All right, we'll come around town this morning. We are stepping back in time. Cameron Fontana is live at Ohio Village where they are ushering in a new era. And Cam, you know, yesterday you're at Zumbizi Bay. Today you're back in time. I mean, you got it covered.
Going back in time. Yeah, you know what? This is so fun because this is entering in a new era, Emmy.
It is.
Here at Ohio Village. We're in the 1890s. Now we're talking about fashion.
We're talking about fashion.
So what's new in this, I guess, decade?
Well, we could talk a little bit about men's fashion first. So we have a very long, lean style, much like you're wearing today.
Oh, well, thank you.
Neckties are very fashionable. The bow ties are almost going out of style, but we won't hold anything against you. The top hat was popular, but the derby hat, like you have in your hand here, was much more popular.
And we're kind of seeing that with a lot of the hipsters today.
You know,
the
the
1890s,
hipsters.
Or I should say in the future. Not today.
Right,
later
exactly.
on. But talk about what the women wore, too.
The women wore, you know, prior to the 1890s, they had these big skirts that kind of took over a whole room. Now it's much more slim, leaner once again, but the sleeves blew up, huge.
They're huge.
These were called Lego mutton sleeves, and they're kind of shaped like a lamb shank.
Those are some big arms.
Those are some big biceps.
Still has nothing on the shoulder pads in the 1980s.
You know, that's totally right, totally right. And they're big, like hot air balloons on your shoulders, but they were really popular.
Now, real quick, when can people come out this weekend to experience this era?
We're open all weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, but our big blowout day, Ohio Village opening day, is Saturday. So
perfect.
Whole family should come down.
All right, so come out this weekend. We have more coming up on Good Day Columbus. Now that I have a cane, we'll see you soon. Let's dance it out. And 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10.
We crave a different kind.
Around town, there are plenty of fun and educational activities to do with your family.
And one place you can go is the Ohio Village.
It's opening day, so we sent Cameron Fontana down there to have a little fun.
Well, we sent him back in time to have a little bit of fun. Maybe doing a little barbering now, Cam?
That's right. Can you hear me from the 1890s, guys? We're hanging out with Andrew, and unfortunately, I shaved this morning, so Andrew's just kind of doing a couple touch-ups here.
Oh, yeah.
So talk about the barbershop style, because this is actually the incorporation of a hangout, right?
It is. So the barbershop, by this point in time, is a hangout for all the men in town. So they come here to just kind of relax, get a shave, get a hot towel on their face, and really talk about a lot of the gossip around town.
Really, like Emmy over there is seeing the seamstress, and the seamstress is seeing the funeral director.
Oh yeah, stuff like that all the time.
Oh my gosh. Now at this point, before the 1890s, what were the responsibilities of a barber?
Well, a barber did all sorts of things, not only just cutting hair and shaves, but also dentistry, minor doctoral work, things like that.
And then in the 1890s, it was strictly for the styles.
Of course.
And what were some of the popular styles?
Well, especially for facial hair, you've got large, big, bushy beards that the barber's going to trim.
Which yours is nice, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. Also, large mutton chops.
That's where the sideburns came all the way to the bottom.
Of course, yeah. And one of the more popular styles that you really don't see nowadays is the mutton stash.
What's the mutton stash?
It's mutton chops, and then it comes up into the
But
mustache.
it's blank right here?
But it's blank on the chin.
That's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should start a new style at the station, guys. Pete, Marshall, Sean, Courtney, what do you say? Mutton stash?
Mutton stash.
Oh,
Guys, everybody.
I think you should go for it.
Just be careful. We were just saying it. Sweeney Todd. That's all we're saying.
And did you know it's opening day?
We're not talking about baseball this time. It's instead for our friends at the Ohio Village. They're gearing up for a busy summer season.
And Cameron Fontana is there live this morning, helping them out a little bit.
He is. He's getting an insider's look at the Village's big bicycle shop. Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, how's that going?
Sean, it is taking everything in me not to ride this
Right,
because
I
it is
know.
dangerous.
It is very dangerous, and only skilled wheelmen can really get up on these.
So really,
high
people that
wheels.
rode bicycles in the 1890s, they were called wheelmen?
Yeah, they called them wheelmen.
And talk about the different types, because this is what you would see, a bicycle shop and hardware.
We're in Barrington's Bicycles in Ohio Village, and this was kind of your general tinkering shop. You could bring your bike in to get fixed and serviced. These bikes that have the wheels that are the same size, they were called safety bicycles, and they were very common in the 1890s.
They're a lot lower to the ground.
A lot lower, much safer than their traditional high wheel bike, but we also had tricycles, which were really, really popular.
And I know you were talking about the injuries associated with this huge bike over here.
Yes.
What were the most common injuries when people tried to ride this monster?
Well, you know, this didn't have brakes, so if you were...
Look at no brakes.
No brakes, so if you were going a little quick, you would have to stop yourself, and you could go over the handlebars, and you could break your wrist.
Break your
so
wrist.
It's not pretty.
Well, you know what? I
Cameron.
think I'm going to try to get on this. We're going to toss it back to you guys. In the next hit, though, we do have a trivia question that we're going to answer or ask. We already asked it on Twitter and Facebook, on my Twitter and my Facebook. If you answer correctly, we're going to give you free passes to Ohio Village this weekend. Cool. So don't miss it.
All right.
Don't hit your head on the ceiling.
No,
I know.
you're not a wheelman. Cameron Fontana is going back in time.
He's live this morning at the Ohio Village.
Yes, and this morning he's getting a lesson in photography from the 1890s.
He's had a lot of lessons this
has.
morning. Hey, Cam.
Hey guys, well I can't move because we're taking a picture. There we go, we got it. So we're with Robin talking about photography in the 1890s. And I almost looked at that camera because thinking that was the camera. But what was different back then? And why was it kind of the turn of the century?
At this particular time, photography is becoming very, very popular. You're no longer confined to the very large cameras.
The one with like the sheet over it,
yes,
right?
and so cameras are much more affordable. They're much smaller, so they're much more portable. They're actually advertising home cameras in all the ladies' magazines.
Wow.
So it's very popular, and it's much more affordable.
And you're not having to wait as long to take the picture. People wonder, why does everyone look so sad in old photos?
Yes.
It's because you can't hold a smile for 3 minutes. That's why they would always look stoic and serious.
Yes. The shutters are much faster now, so you can get those quicker, candid shots, a smile.
Now, I see costumes here this weekend when people come out and enjoy the 1890s at Ohio Village. Can they come in here and take some pictures like they're back in time?
Absolutely. That's what the clothes are for. That's what the backdrop is for. We want them to feel like they actually are in the 1890s. So.
And what was your favorite part during that era? Because I know you work here. What do you enjoy most about learning about that culture and history?
Probably the clothes, the textiles, the art of the time, the role of the women, because that changed as well. Just like with the camera, the women are now taking these small cameras, taking them into the homes, taking them out on picnics and things like that.
Great.
And what's really odd about these cameras, real quick, the small cameras, you have to send the whole camera back to the company to have it developed.
Oh my gosh. Well, Robin, thank you so much for letting us check this out.
Thank you.
I almost forgot about our trivia as Edwin went to the pillar. We want to congratulate Monica and Jonathan on Facebook because they answered, it's actually Michelle, they answered correctly. The roller coaster was at Cedar Point and it was a roller coaster. Did you guys guess that right?
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah, we were all discussing. I was wondering when you were going to confirm it for us.
Yeah, thanks, Cam.
And this morning, Cameron Fontana, as you have seen, is hanging outside a bit.
That's because today is opening day at the Ohio Village.
And as we've learned this morning, there's plenty of things for you and your family to do and also learn this morning.
And he's pretty much done them all. We're going to see what he's up to right now. Hey, Cam.
Ladies first.
Oh, thank you, Cameron.
Hey guys, well, we're almost having to travel back to the future, or now to 2016, but before we do, we're finishing up time in the 1890s right now.
We're in the 1890s right now.
Now, tell us about the game that we're playing and why this was so popular.
Yeah, so we're playing croquet right now, Cameron. And people in the 1890s had a lot of leisure time. It was really time for games and gardening.
And we just found out it was invented only 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah, it was invented in the 1850s, but it really grew in popularity.
Civil War's over, people want to play games.
They want to play games, they've got more time. It's a fun time.
So give us an overview, Emmy, of what people can experience this weekend for the first time in the 1890s.
Yeah, it's Ohio Village opening day on Saturday. It's a whole new era in Ohio Village. We were in the 1860s for many seasons, but now we're moving into the 1890s, which was a time of tremendous social and political change.
And what are some of the activities that kids and families can do?
Oh my gosh, well, you can do games on the green. We'll have our barber shop open, our bicycle shop open. There'll be a ton of stuff for kids and families to do. And you can visit with all the citizens of Ohio Village, visit the new shops and businesses.
Great.
It's super fun. We're
Now, where
really
can people
excited.
get their tickets and more information?
Well, they can get more information at ohiohistory.org. Tickets at the door.
Great. Well, Emmy, thank you so much for letting us come out.
Cameron.
Let's see if I can get this shot. You ready? Let's do it at the same time.
All right.
Here's the shot.
Nice.
Wait for it.
Beautiful day for it. Oh, my gosh.